Good afternoon. It's Monday, October 20th, 2025. I'm standing near the intersection of Skyline Parkway and Highland Street, which turns into Getchell just further up there, and then turns into you can turn on to Vinland and go up to Proctor across the way there. I'm here continuing with the Monitors project of visiting all the parks in the city, from smallest to largest. We started at park number 162, and we have now worked our way up to park number 42. At 19.15 acres, it is Oneota Park. And Oneota Park is not marked or designated as such anywhere, but it basically starts here at this parking lot and then follows Keene Creek up to where it flows under the St. Louis River Road, and it is on both sides of Keene Creek. And actually the boundaries I saw show that it actually includes Skyline Parkway on both sides. So you can see that car driving up there through the trees, because Skyline Parkway goes up and then loops back, and right where it loops back, that's where the Oneota Park ends. So we're gonna take a little stroll up the creek there. Superior Hiking Trail that way heads on down to Keene Creek, or along Keene Creek, and ultimately down into West Duluth, and that's a nice walk too. So this is a former road in years past, and this is an old bridge, which is always fun. When my kids were young, after Halloween, we'd come out to this bridge and toss off the jack-o'-lanterns. Not the kids. So there's Keene Creek. Quite a drop. And I will pretty much just follow the Superior Hiking Trail up to the hairpin turn at the St. Louis River Road for today's park exploration. This section is, and so there's also mountain bike trails heading up. Those are much newer. This section of the Superior Hiking Trail is pretty rugged, if I remember right. It's been a while that I've been on here, but there's like a real steep section up here that I remember walking on in the early spring, and it was just like a sheet of ice. Extremely treacherous. I don't have any notes on this other than established 1913. Trail's pretty eroded out here. You can see the old stepping stones right there, but not really serving that purpose anymore. Now more like tripping hazards. And of course, when you have a lot of trails like you see between the mountain bike trail, now there's, of course, cross cuts and such. Okay, yeah, here's that steep section. They even put a little wire there to hold on to. I mean, this is pretty treacherous, especially with a little bit of ice on it. I guess this cable does help. I think maybe they would reroute it to a new location. This is so steep here. Little retaining wall. Oh. Yeah, this is what I remember. Just all this rocky, uneven, slanted surface. So the park is also on that side of the creek. I was thinking of maybe going over there, but I think I'll just stay to the trail. There's some old infrastructure here. Not sure what this was. I was reading about it online, but somebody said it was like a pump house or something. I'm not sure. Not sure they were sure. But kind of cool to run into something like that out here. Anyway. This whole Keene Creek Trail, even down below, as you go down below the bridge down toward West Duluth, is characterized by this rugged, rocky, steep trail. A lot of sections that are not the easiest. Oh man, is it nice to get out. I've been working non-stop on an article that was published last night. Finally. That's a nice look. Nice overlook here. Then that's Skyline Parkway up there. And also over there. See a lot of these these plastic mesh around that you put around seedlings, so there's been some work being done in here. Plantings. See some people coming with a dog here. Hi. Hi, doggy. I tend to give people their privacy from the camera when I'm out in the parks. And then here's these steps. Ollie wrote it out on the sides. I don't know. I worked for several years building trails and stuff, and in the woods, and these kind of steps, like if you wanted a step that wide, you needed a water bar or a piece of wood that actually was about 5 times that long, buried out on that side and buried out on that side, not just put a little section like that. I mean, just the roads out on the sides. I guess the steps are still functioning to some degree here. I'm using them, but not the greatest. I like the orange ground cover color this time of year. Not normally what you think of for fall colors, but quite cheerful, much like myself. And once again, this is Oneota Park. Well, I should probably just keep going up the stream, but this video is getting long, so I'll probably wrap it up here. Let's get out the skyline here. Well, okay, maybe we will keep going up. There's a mountain bike trail that goes up. So we're right at skyline. I'm gonna just take this up to the end of Oneota Park, which isn't that much further. Oh, look at that. Somebody's parked over there. It's my ride. Hope she sees me. Mountain biker coming through. Not really a lot of places to get off the trail here. Right here. Hi.
Yeah, one more back from me.
Alright, thank you. There she is. Hi. Midday on a Monday. Don't usually run into too many people out here at that time. Oh, Oneota Park extends further than I was thinking. It goes right up to the hairpin turn by the St. Louis River Road, which I thought I would have already reached. Looks like 15-minute videos are going to become the norm with these bigger parks. We're basically walking right below skyline. That's skyline again, right up there. Okay, I do see the hairpin turn up through the trees there. Think we can keep this video under 15 minutes? Probably not. I'm no spring chicken. Oh, made it. And then across the way there, much larger park, Brewers Park. That's later on the list. All right, park number 42, Oneota Park. Thanks for watching.